This event will be a drag race along the Ventura Strip. The first one to the end of the strip and back will be the winner. The cash prize is $500,000. Traffic conditions are high, no police. We are not responsible for you or your car. If you wreck, tough luck. Start your engines.
He did awful things to my brothers.
The world is hard. What are you going to do?
How do I know that you're right for me? How do I know that I won't get hurt?
I don't know. I have lived a complicated life. I am what I am, for better or worse. We have scars that come from these horrible situations, and we can live to tell the tale.
Maybe you're right.
We want things because we think they will make us whole.
Well, it's hard to say, but maybe the right person?
It would be easier to be happy if I was with the right person, though. Can I kiss you? Would that be all right?
What's the problem? This ain't your barrio. Take a hike. Stupid ass.
Watch it! Watch out! What the
Where you going, Playboy? Fuck you, man! Fuck you! Hurry the fuck up! Damn! Man, chill the fuck out!
That's what I'm talking about, man.
In my country, they wanted me to go pro. Pretty decent, eh?
Damn, man, you know what? It's true. Nico is still as fast as he's always been. But on another note, I can't say the same for you, bro. You'll need something faster if you want to beat Royce. He's wrecking everyone he goes against, and I'm actually glad I'm not racing. You guys watch yourselves.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome at a garage anytime, man. We'll see you around.
When I shoot a rhyme, I make you shudder. I should've shot an MC for trying to steal my butter. He's bitter cause I'm better, so now he drinks the bottle. I did a dirty duty with the cutie, she's a model. I met her at the party, scoped the body, name was
I don't understand all this mafia crap. Grown men whacking each other over the wrong surname.
Easy for you to say, Don Juan. I don't get your problem with the neighborhood.
All this nobody fucks with me on my turf bullshit. It's a joke. What turf?
Chill out, bro.
Just wait a minute. I'm telling a story, you asshole. Now you made me forget what I was saying.
I said I think about it, but I know she don't believe it. She kissed me on my cheek, and as she drove away, she speeded. The next day, I'm greeted by her.
When I think about him, I just wish that he'd been happy in his life.
What would have made him happy? I feel like it's time to move on. There can be no one thing that gives us purpose.
He brought it on himself and he wasn't a good person. But he's actually quite sentimental and longs for normality.
I don't think men can change.
That there is a real human being under all that hardness.
Huh. I guess I'll just have to pass the time by thinking about how much I'm going to punish these scum.
Fuck you!
Three ways to make a four. 4 ways to make a 5. 5 ways to make a 6. 6 ways to make a 7. Now let's roll. 5 ways to make a 8. 4 ways to make a 9. 3 ways to make a 10. 2 ways to make 11. Now let's roll. Hey yo, it's gang time for snake eyes, but none of y'all can take mines. I shake 'em up and break 'em up. You know the stakes high. Take a chance, my plan, no matter what the odds say. Hustle for doubles, no trouble. I'll do it the hard way. Tumble trades just to play every day, all day. Overworking, underpaid. That's what they all say. Nothing strange. Subterranean gets the grain. Tears, sweat, and blood stains. Hunger pains. Trying to eat an entree.
John, killing off Royce is just necessary evil. He has been a burden to every team in San Andreas and Liberty City. Do you really think that second place driver drives a Subaru? I put that driver there, just so Nico could get closer to Royce. Don't overthink about my brother's deal. It is a clean offer. He just likes to pretend he's a mob boss. Join us, John. You can be one of the most well-known racers to ever live.
You screwed me over. Now you're paying for it. Actions have consequences.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
Ugh. That didn't go as planned.
So why is your older brother so afraid of you?
Tokyo Clip, Playboy, and X wrapped around a tree.
Nice. That really sounds like some brotherly love. Hey man, you ready to go up against Royce? I have something for you. I used up the last of the crew's funds on this. Tokyo, tell him what you did.
Look, now my boy told me he was restoring some exotic cars. Little did I know that the cars he was restoring were your old Lambos. So I used some of my prize money and, yeah, there they are, all ready to go.
It's about time you take revenge since Royce killed Carmen.
You have got to be kidding.
You didn't know? Royce was the one that clipped the girls in the booth tunnel. He killed Carmen. I just thought you guys knew. I thought that was the reason y'all wanted to race him.
Nico, I had no idea. I would have never put you up against this guy if I knew this.
Listen, if you're still going to race Royce, keep your car's rear end away from him. Let him stay in the front of you most of the race, then pass him right before the finish. He won't know what hit him.
Poor girl. She should never have got close to me.
But he's actually quite sentimental and longs for normality.
I should have put you out of your misery a long time ago. I did not start this. I wanted out, and you killed someone I cared about. It's over for you now.
I'm not feeling too good about this one. Nikolai wants me dead, and Drake has something up his sleeve, but I don't know what. Drake and Thomas may have betrayed us, but no matter what happens, I'll make sure USR comes back stronger than ever to take them down. I'll be at the finish line waiting for you to finish. Where is he going? The finish line is the other way.
Save us once. We're far from where we thought. Blood, save us once. Beware what you want. Trust us now. It's time to let me go. Give up on us. Follow what you want. Trust us now. It's time to let me go. Give up. Give us up.
So he, DC Millions said, I should mention the code tells us that all of the ambient stuff listed here only happens when wearing the robes. And I personally can't find it in the code if it's during the 10 days or after, but you must be wearing the robes for any of this stuff to happen. Now, that 10 days he's referred to there is when you do the Epsilon missions,
Okay.
and you're told to go out in the desert and wander around for 10 days to complete the mission, basically. It's really quite a laborious task, and a lot of people cheat their way through it. You can put rubber bands on the controller to make Michael just run in a circle. You have to walk a certain distance in the desert as well. So it's whether those 10 days, because you can just sleep through them, it's whether something has been missed within those 10 days that no one has seen, because all you need to do is just keep sleeping and the clock kicks around, and then you're like, oh, the 10 days are over, and then you complete the activity. But whether you're meant to actually do something during those 10 days is yet to be discovered, hopefully. So basically, the code of once you're wearing the Epsilon robes, he says it's absolutely massive, but the code clearly shows there are special animations and conversations that no one to my knowledge has ever unlocked with the robes on. So he says the code gives us 6 places where these things could be triggered, or where you end up. He can't actually tell, so you might do something and then end up somewhere.
Yeah.
It checks if the pedestrian is planting a bomb, and checks for injuries nearly consistently. Now, I think that's probably mission-related stuff, like if you're planting a bomb, you can't switch characters and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he does say there's at least one conversation and one phone call that no one has ever managed to unlock. And Marnie is mentioned specifically, and something about the robes changes quite a bit of the characteristics. Now, she's the woman that you do all the Epsilon missions for.
Okay.
So she's going to be there probably in the game code anyway, relating to the Epsilon missions and things. But he goes on to point out that nowhere does it show that this relates to the UFO or jetpack, but at the same time the Epsilon missions constantly reference Mount Chiliad and even make you go up there twice. One time on the observation deck where you see the come back when your story is complete sign. And so he's put it all together and thinks that this could be missing content, and the biggest lead we have right now, that something happens during those Epsilon missions or after when you're wearing the robes, and there's been something that's missed. Now, I know what you're thinking, Dan, that all of that stuff, especially the conversation and the phone call, could relate to just cut content.
Yep.
It could have been in there at some point. You
Yep.
could have had to do something, and they've cut it out. That is entirely possible. But I'd like to hold on to the hope that because of the way the game works and because of the speed people wanted to finish it and the things that, as you say, get lost in the internet, whether you have you done all the missions? Yes, okay, you've got the 100% game save. It must be something else. That racing through all this stuff might have caused us to miss something during that 10-day period that we had to activate to then push on and do something else. It's quite a big leap, I guess, because to hide something that deep, especially something that's going to be big, is quite a weird way to do things. Especially probably Rockstar would know that people will want to skip through that kind of stuff and work out that you can just sleep and things like that. But, you know, I'd like to think that there is something still there.
Yeah, I think it's I'm enjoying that you've now become the key conspirator in general.
Not for the jetpack, I will point out.
Oh, right, okay, what to do with this. And B, you know, the interesting thing now is in the olden days, and I mean that about 10 years ago, when you released a puzzle in a game, they were probably a bit kinder, the puzzles, and the things that back then we used to treat as Easter eggs were probably easier to find, because truthfully no one was as dialed into internet culture or, you know, the culture of wikis and Reddit, etc., and we were all working in a crowdsourced way to solve puzzles. Now, like, games are produced in full awareness that they are going to be analysed at this level of crowdsourced depth. Now, even for something like, you look at Hideo Kojima's recent PT demo, where, again, I think Kojima was surprised by the speed with which that was cracked, given the complexity of the puzzles therein. But it still seems like the final puzzle, which is still seems to be subject of what are the actual definitive conditions that triggered the video, that's the final secret of the game, seem kind of ambiguous.
Yeah, there's no real answer to how to finish that game.
There's no consensus. Now, whether there is actually a mystery or it's just random, or it all relates to this phrase, if you've been chosen and you just literally are, we don't know. But, you know, that could be a puzzle that's created with the New World Order in mind. Now, Rockstar created GTA 5, obviously being born into, and as this show evidences, you know, we're part of that great sort of introspection around the game. Is it that, you know, they've created the ultimate puzzles in the game at a depth where it really seems unfathomable that anyone would ever go that far, but Rockstar are hoping that in the long tail of the community hive mind will eventually stumble upon it. You know, and I guess that's the great white elephant that we've all been chasing as regards the jetpack, and maybe literally we haven't turned every stone and, you know, the joke's on us, but part of me still feels a secret tiny bit there's more. There's more, James.
Do you think there's more? Well, I think he does say that throughout the game code, Rockstar are very careful not to use any specific names, and the code indicates basically that some trigger activates some other trigger, which then activates something. Like, there's no, like, actual character names or objects are specifically mentioned. There's just like a random collection of things.
It's like a logic puzzle, and you need to trigger one condition to activate the next conditional, and then the next one beyond that, so it's a sequence of events.
Much like in PT, as you mentioned earlier, like the final puzzle in that is 3 very specific things that you have to do in order, otherwise you have to start again.
Yeah, so to do one of those things in isolation is not enough. It has to be in the correct sequence, and, you know, that's where...
Why wouldn't it be a giant
Exactly,
monkey
yeah. I mean, we already know there's like the mass in the game, the monkey from the show that's in that's in the game. You can get that. So a monkey outfit to go with that would be quite good fun, running around with that. Maybe sort of even like a it would be good fun to run around.
And if you can turn into animals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why not a monkey?
Why not?
Yeah,
either be a monkey or have a monkey suit.
Exactly. Yeah, but it turns out that's not actually the case. Basically, once you take photographs of all 50 mosaics and collect them all, whichever character you do it with, you'll get a message come up in the corner of the screen to say new outfits have been unlocked in Trevor's wardrobe.
Okay.
So it seems that it's only Trevor who gets the benefit of the new outfits.
Right, so it doesn't matter who you do it with.
No. I mean, originally I got the last photograph with Trevor, which when it came up saying Trevor's outfits, I thought, oh, okay, well maybe the other characters, if you do it with them, they'll get outfits as well. But then I went back and did it again with Franklin. and because I had a save file beforehand, and exactly the same message, Trevor's wardrobe count, which kind of makes sense when you see what the outfits are. They're quite interesting.
So what do we get?
So you get for Trevor 5 tank tops.
Okay, that's
which
fine.
Yeah, which is fine. Or they've sort of all got different. I think it's Monkey Magic. I think the guy's name is like different logos and things like that on there. 4 shorts, inverted commas, which are actually underpants for Trevor.
Right.
Again, with different designs on the front. And
let's leave that.
Yeah, we won't go any further with that one. And 3 dresses as well. Different monkey designs on there, which is obviously a very Trevor thing to have. So you see why Franklin or Michael don't get the same things put in their wardrobe.
Yeah, they're not really the type to wear dresses.
No.
And underpants.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, as you probably see on the screen now, Trevor kind of carries it off in his own way.
His own special way.
His own way, yeah.
So, okay, well, so I guess the thing is, if you're going and collecting the monkey mosaics and hoping for a giant monkey outfit, you're not going to get that.
No, unfortunately not, no.
And all the outfits are for Trevor when you do it.
That's it. There is slightly more to it as well. That once you've got all those 50 pictures, it's like a couple of days later in game, I think it is. So I sort of went to the spot a few times afterwards and nothing came up.
Okay.
But either playing some other stuff for a couple of days or just going to one of the save points and going through the save thing to advance time. There's a new random event appears on the map, and we should have on screen a map of where to go to find it. And that's where the artist himself or one of his representatives, you can catch him down a back alley doing his latest spray painting and mosaicing on the wall, and basically you have to sneak up and take a photograph of him actually in the act of doing it. You do have to be careful. The first time I did it, I went in through one end of the alley and basically spooked him, and he ran away before I could get. I was creeping. I'd clicked in the left stick. I was creeping up the alleyway, nice and quiet, and then I thought I'll use wall cover, so I can like sneak along the wall and peer around and see him. When I pressed the wall cover button, Michael ran several paces and then dived into the wall, which obviously caused a bit of a noise, and he ran off, which was quite annoying, so I had to go back and try it again. But if you go from the other end of the alleyway, sort of through there's like an archway from the street, if you go from that side, you can kind of creep right up behind him without spooking him off. Once you do take the picture, he will turn around and spot you. He's a guy, he's actually got the monkey mask on, which again was one of the reasons why I thought we might get a monkey outfit out of all of this. He runs off, and then once he's disappeared, you'll get a text message come through saying sort of congratulations, you've I think they call it their marketing intern or something.
Right, okay.
You've spotted him, and then whichever character you took that photograph with, they get the Dinker Go-Go Monkey Blister car put into their personal garage.
Right.
So it's just for that one character, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, and then you just go to your personal garage, go in, select the special vehicles, and it'll just be on the list there.
Drive it around.
And you drive it around. Yeah, it's quite cool. It's classed as a sports car. It does go reasonably fast. It doesn't look very sporty.
No.
But it's got all the decals and stuff on the side. It's quite cool. You can take it to the Los Santos Customs, and you can customize it. There's a few kind of unique customization things for that, just that basically match in with the artwork of the car, like a sun strip and a spoiler on the back that all match the colour scheme.
Does it have a monkey horn?
No, unfortunately not. No, what? You can put any of the custom horns on. You can put the sad trombone horn on there and drive around. That's my favourite, definitely now. You can put neons on it if you want a little. You could have like a yellow glowing banana neon underlight if that's what you want to do with it. But yeah, so that's your reward for that. And I think, again, just quickly going back to the original Newswire post, I think the outfits are available to anyone who plays the PS4 Xbox One version, even if you haven't played before. But this final random event and the car is only for returning players.
Okay, fine. So I think some of these are quite hard to find.
Yeah, they're quite. Yeah, it was quite good fun looking around for the actual mosaics themselves. There's a few. It's not as bad as the peyote plants.
Good.
Like there's nowhere It's not like those where you had to fly a helicopter onto an inaccessible